everybody, it's Corey at the Reset Girl. I have a really fun video. I rarely do unboxings, but you're about to see a lot of them because I have been buying quite a few things. I've been buying supplies for crafting. I've been purchasing traveler's notebooks, Hobonichi. So I have like so many good stuff coming. Plus, I'm going to be going to Japan next week. So I am rest assured there will be a lot of fun Japanese stationery goodies to look at because I'm going on a Japanese stationery tour. It's Crafting Abroad with the Reset Girl Japan Adventure. So this little purchase is from a shop called R-Atelier. Sorry, I couldn't rein it in. I couldn't control myself. This is probably a sneak peek at what it's going to be like when I'm actually in Tokyo shopping in all those stores. This store was probably one of the greatest finds I've ever made, and I'm not sure if you've heard of the store. I feel like I've heard of it, but I heard of it a long time ago. They have a lot of crafting supplies, stickers, stamps, and they also have all of like the traveler's notebooks, Hobonichi covers. I thought that what they offer as far as those go were they were really different, unusual. You could completely customize them. I didn't order one from them. I might do that one day, but what I did order was a bunch of crafting goodness. And this is probably the largest order I've ever placed on from any shop. Any little online retail store, this was the largest. Now, the other thing that I absolutely loved about this particular website was everything I felt was really inexpensive, like stamps. Look at all these delicious stamps. So their stamps were much different price than what we are used to paying. Now, I can't remember exactly what this particular one cost, but I'm going to say that their clear acrylic stamps ranged in price from about $3 to $5. They were all under the ones I purchased were under $5. So they were not on sale. This was like their regular little price. I think these are just like little paddings. This is adorable. Look how everything is packaged. It is like individually wrapped. I mean, that's some attention to detail there. I don't think we've ever put a box together that was this, delicious. So a lot of this is stamps, washi, and stickers, I'm pretty sure. So I have been on the hunt for stamps that are very, I even hate to unwrap it. It's just so beautiful. So I think I'm going to take a photo because this is just gorgeous. So I'm going to take a picture real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and dive in. I've been absolutely in love with these stamps that kind of create like a mixed media effect. They're just, and these were like $2, where normally on Etsy I have paid as much as, I want to say $5 or $6 per stamp. And this, again, I don't know for sure, but I want to say these were like $2-ish. Okay, so I went ahead and just double checked on the website, so I'm not just speaking willy-nilly here, but these are under $3. These average about $2.80 for a stamp, and I even see, like today, just checking the website for that, there's a whole bunch of new stuff, which, oh gosh, look away, Corey, look away. So this is an example of the type of stamp that I've just been obsessed with. It just creates like lovely texture in the background of on your pages, and then you can kind of layer stickers and ephemera over it. And I kind of feel like in a way it's kind of like a lazy way of making the fun mixed media layers without doing all of that work, without all of the layers of paint and watercolor and gesso and all that delicious stuff that gives that beautiful layering texture. To me, like a stamp is like a really simple way to give a little taste of that, especially in a planner. where I don't really want to add all the wet media. So I pulled the trigger because this has been like my really obsession. I've been really enjoying the stamping more than I ever have. How cool is this one? So this says Saturday, January 21st, Alma First Presbyterian Church. And it says seating begins at 5:30, $25 adult ticket. Like it's a little, so there you go. So you see like it has information here, like it's just writing, and then it has almost like a little form. And then down here, it's like there's 3 pieces that are kind of put together on this one stamp. But again, when you kind of like stamp it and put things kind of over it, it just kind of all blends in there. And I just, yum. But it's funny how I don't actually remember buying that one. Their website is really, it's full of deliciousness. So when you go on their website, you'll see that they have a lot of all the planners are at the top of the page, and then you scroll down, and they actually have a vintage ephemera subscription box, and then they have these are considered planner stamps. They have wooden stamps, clear stamps, wax seal stamps, and stamping accessories. So this little guy is like for making a habit tracker, which I think is lovely. What I see a lot of these stamps being used is like in the, there we go. Now you can see it. Isn't that cute? Doesn't that save you like a bunch of time? I see a lot of this style stamps kind of in the bullet journaling. Like a lot of the girls kind of use these. They use a lot of little really simple stamps that are kind of like more artistic in style, which I would definitely say these are more of an artsy kind of stamp versus like a scrapbooking stamp that's very cute. These are just to make, look at that. Isn't that so fun? I love stuff like this so much. I just think that's so great. And I've been using these stamps in my Crafty Club PlayBook and a lot. So I was really excited to get some new stamps because I only have 4 like of these wooden kind. And after a little while, you sort of feel like you're seeing the same design on every page. So I decided, you know what, this is kind of like something I've really been loving and interested in. So I'm going to treat myself and get a bunch of them because at this price, I kind of felt like it's the other source that I bought them from where they were almost $6 a stamp. When you get them for $2.80, you feel like you're getting such a bargain. So here is another stamp that's in the set. So there was like 3. You can buy them individually. I don't think all of them come in sets. These were individual, but this was part of a little group. And you can see they're very similar. They have similar elements, but they're different. Isn't that so cool? Oh, I'm going to be like in stamping heaven. Uh-oh, we have a little avalanche going on over here. So I'll stay with the stamps. We'll get all the stamps done, and then we'll move on to the washi. So just my experience on this website when I just saw all of this deliciousness, I've never seen this level of like options before. I am a little concerned for myself going to Japan. I'm very concerned that I will not have any self-control. Basically what I'm limited to is the space, my suitcase. So I'm bringing like an entire suitcase. Aren't those so neat? So these are also, I think, these are also from that same grouping. So I bought like one of each that was in this little set. But they all have kind of they're all their own little stamp, but they have similarities. I'm bringing in my own, like one giant suitcase is going to be empty. So I feel like it's going to get filled fast. I just know myself. So between stationery, the other thing I'm really looking for is snacks. Between the 2 of those, I just feel like I really don't know. I really am concerned how this is going to work because it's like going to this magical land where it just all the thing you most love in the world, stationery, is going to abound. It's going to be so plentiful that I won't be able to look at that, you guys. Isn't that so cute? I love this one. I love anything that says New York on it. Okay, so here we go. Here's another one. So I have been I like made myself a list of the type of supplies I'm looking for. I've not really been a pen person, like a writing pen person. So I think that will be an area where I kind of spend a little more time is looking at pens. I want to buy a couple Hobonichi planners. I want to get that 5-year edition. So here's another stamp. And I want to get it, whatever covers. I suspect that there's going to be a lot of covers there, like accessories for Hobonichi, since it's such a popular planner, that there'll be a lot of other companies that make non-branded Hobonichi accessories. So here's another stamp that I love. I just love simplicity like that. And it just, I think I just can't wait to add a honey to this, like have a honey, like make my honeys, which is one thing I love doing, is making them transparent. We have this one sheet that looks like it's a clear sticker stock is what we printed it on. But like this girl right here and that stamp, yum. So I can't wait to start layering things. Okay, so now we got the wooden stamps out of the way. Then I have this little pile of goodness. So I look like a little crazy lady with this. After being so minimal for so long, I think I finally I snapped, people. I snapped. Here is one of the calendar stamps. So here's like the little frame for it, and then you'd put these in. So you're sort of rotating your months around, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 little stamps for that. Now I can tell you at first glance that unless this is I can tell you at first glance that the stamp is like this one right here. It's not perfect. Like the top of the little frame is kind of a little wonky. So we also have this type of little stamp. Sorry, the glare of the light. So it's got like, is that Sunday? So it's like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then it's got little lines, which is more perfect. But I will tell you this particular stamp I have seen all over the internets. There are a bunch of Etsy stores that sell this particular stamp at really low prices. I've seen it as low as like $3. So this is widely available from what I can tell. Here's another clear stamp. These little envelopes are really nice. I really feel bad I just ripped that one. Let me see if I can, I want to see if I can leave these envelopes intact. So there are actually 2 stamps in this one. So this particular set is kind of like a combination of like office forms and florals. So you can see there's like kind of like a tree with these little, I can't read what language that is. I'm not even sure. It kind of looks like it's Italian actually. And then there's like, this one's a little harder to see. And then you see you have like a little ginkgo type flower with a little form, like an office form. Same thing here. So they're like kind of like they've blended in some floral, some nature with functionality. That's a really cute stamp, although my camera's having a hard time focusing. Isn't that lovely? I mean, this is the kind of stuff that just makes me swoon. I love things like this that are super odd and quirky. Here's a little alphabet stamp. Again, I've seen this particular stamp all over Etsy. But it's a nice little typewriter type style alpha. You have your lower and upper case, and then it has some little smaller little stamps here in the center that are kind of like little, like the little 10, and that little arrow's cute, and little 1750. Okay, and then here is another stamp that I thought was really cool and not something you would see every day. I've not seen this personally. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so genius, because who would ever think that they would want to, kind of craft or decorate with math? It's like, oh, I'm having flashbacks. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I can't even tell you what this is. Is it calculus? Is it algebra? Is it geometry? So you have all these like fun little like shapes, like geometry, like the three-dimensional, the cone, and then you have these little like a formula type. I think it works better with my hand behind it. So there's like a little formula, and then here's a bunch of text. Here's an interesting shape. So I just thought this was really quirky and fun and would be really kind of odd like when you're crafting, and I absolutely loved it. It was love at first sight with this one. This is one of the cling style stamps. So these are more of that interesting little bits and pieces of ephemera type of stamp that just makes things kind of textured and messy. Things like this I love. So with the foam type of stamp, they're exactly the same like a clear stamp. You would just go ahead and take the stamp off and attach it to a clear stamping block. In case if you're not familiar with this type of stamp, it works the same way. Although I can tell you right now, this little stamp, these don't want to come off the backing. There we go. So instead of being clear, these are kind of a solid rubber. And you would just attach them like you do the clear stamp, like that. And then you can go to town stamping. And I'm going to put that back because I'll probably forget about it, where it came from. And so there's another little set. I am really excited to have a combination of these kind of flat, easy to travel stamps, because this isn't really something I would want to travel with. Those are just, they're too large. That's definitely for stamping it at home. So these style of stamps are nice to have because obviously you can carry a lot of stamps with you and put them in a little pouch and make that easy to travel with. Okay, so let me see. I'm separating I'm trying to make sure I've done all the stamps, gotten those all the way. And I appear to have, I am now done with our stamp display. The review of stamps is over. We're moving on. This is ephemera, which I have purchased quite a bit of. With the ephemera, the paper ephemera is what they call it on their website. This is kind of like a vellum ephemera. And they have like a clear plastic on the back, which leads me to believe, and I could be wrong, I'm going to see if I can, just because I don't remember, and I'm assuming these are probably stickers. Really hard stickers to get the backing off. Okay. Oh, yep, they are. Okay, so I do not think that these are considered ephemera then. So there is a category here on their site called stickers, and then they're called journaling stickers. So these type of stickers I've seen a lot in the bullet journaling community. I would say they're kind of odd. I do notice right now they have, which I don't believe they had this when I shop, but maybe they're in here. So before I like put something else in my cart, I'll go through this, but let me go ahead and show you this style. So it has like some typewriter, like a quote, "To the world you may be one person." And then it has that layering effect. So the very reason why I bought all those stamps was to create this kind of style. The journaling sticker is definitely a vellum kind of paper with a sticky back, and then it has the clear plastic backing. So you get a few identical stickers of each style. This one is like, it looks like math, like algebra. And this is exactly the kind of thing I love to layer with. The fact that they're stickers is fabulous because that means I don't need to have a glue stick. So it appears that you're getting 3 of them in each little set. Here's like a little postcard with a bunch of writing on it. So it's not in English. This looks like it's in Italian to me, but I could be wrong. And then we have like smaller pieces, which this is just, oh, so delicious. They've like kind of layered watercolor with it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is very much like one of these stamps, but it's been made for you in a sticker, and then it has blobs of watercolor with it. So like to me, this is perfection to have like the simplicity of just like peeling it off and sticking it on your page. I also love the fact that the vellum is kind of like, it has a little tooth to it. So it's possible, I don't see why if you had the right pen, you could write over it. I'd be curious if you could get watercolor onto this because it feels a bit like, more like paper than like plastic. So there are quite a few stickers in this one pack alone. I don't love the color in this, but I do like the idea of it. It's like a little beakers. That reminds me of chemistry class. So, oh, little, like little, come on, camera. Focus up. I think it works better with something behind it. So that one has got like little directions for a little cart. So odd and quirky. A lot of stickers in one pack. And you can see on their website that clearly there's a lot of stickers. Like when you're buying a pack, they spread the stickers all around on for display. So you can see you're getting a lot of stickers in one. And let's just see. So one of these packs of stickers, okay, so they do have different pricing. So I would hate to tell you, oh my goodness. They have one called Retro Ticket Stubs. Please tell me I have that in here. It's possibly this one. They're much bigger in real life than they are on the website. So that's kind of throwing me. What I'm seeing there is they look very small. And the retro ticket stubs these ones are $2.80. And I'm thinking that's what these are. Okay. All right. So these are on the large size. They're clearly like blown up from the size of like a ticket because we can agree that the vintage tickets are not this large. They tend to be more like this. They're much smaller. So you have a whole gamut of like different types of stickers in here, different sizes. Very much different like printing styles. That one's very obviously a ticket. I believe this to be what I'm looking at on the website. I think. It's hard. There's so many in the picture, and I'm wondering if there's more than one. So, oh my gosh, look at this one. This definitely looks German to me. So you have all this like delicious vellum goodness, like all these different types. Little ones, slightly larger ones. This has got nice yellow in it. Small, little. Believe it or I'm just kind of torn that I don't think the one I'm looking at on the website is this one. I think they must have more than one that's ticket because I'm seeing ticket styles in the photo that aren't represented here. So that's good news that there's more than one ticket style or ticket grouping. They also have one called Retro Office Ephemera. It's $10 and it looks like a lot of stuff in it. So the retro stickers that I'm looking at on their website that are not this style, they're kind of different. They're $2.80. So they kind of vary in pricing. They have some for $10, some for $4.50, and then $2.80. I think this is a lot of stickers, and I'm not exactly sure which collection I must have bought. So here is another set. I can tell that they have new things here because I don't remember some of this stuff at all. They have like little sheets of what looks like poetry, but it's on vellum sticker backing. They have vintage playing cards, letters, astronomical instruments, collectibles, mathematical equations. So here we have what appears to be like letters. So it's like a letter, or pieces of letters, or like little bits. To me, this is the kind of stuff I would definitely stick in a corner. Like, look, it's already layered for you. Like, they've done all the work for you. All you have to do is just lay it down on your page. How yummy. So this whole pile is all of that. It's just little bits of layered ephemera that's all kind of set up. So if you have a Hobonichi, an A6 sized planner, something on the, like, to me, this would be perfect in like your smaller formats. This is a, look how delicious this is. Look how much stuff is here, you guys. There's like a ton of stickers in this pack. And I think I'm looking at it. So this one right here would be $4.50 for all of this vellum thing. It's called Old Letters Die Cut Washi. It's not really washi. It feels more like vellum. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's kind of an interesting material. I believe if you have the right kind of pen, if you have a pen that can, like Tombow makes a pen that you can write on washi. It's like an oil-based pen. I feel like you could even write on this material. I have another pack here, and this one is birds with. So we have like, let's see, we have a lot of birds. So birds and florals, and it's mixed in with vintage ephemera. So like this would be an example. You have the little rose, the vintage ephemera. You have another one here where you have a ticket and some book copy and a little bird. So it's like layers of different types of ephemera and some kind of nature element. Which I believe this collection is the Flora and Fauna. I'm not going to link each individual product in the description box. I'm going to put the main website, and I will put like the main category of stickers, mostly because I really want you to kind of like browse around and see all of the goodness. But this one is called the Flora and Fauna collection. I'm pretty confident of that. I'm looking at it on the website. Some are very obvious, and some I wasn't sure on, like the tickets. So look at the cute little. It's like a little. It looks like a little parakeet. And it's mixed up. So someone did like actual layering, you know, with ephemera, and then made these fun little stickers out of them. These are just adorable. They're kind of they're a little bit different style for me. The type of ephemera being used is I've always loved like using office supplies as my ephemera, some book copy. So this is kind of the style is a little different. It's a little different in its era, but I still really like it, and it's something I would probably use in one of my little planners. Like I have I bought one of these little A6 size, and to me, A6 size notebook. To me, this is the kind of size that this is kind of great for if you were making kind of a small. This is going to be my little mini Crafty Commonplace book, and I just feel with the smaller size pages, I really like having something like no bigger than that in there. I think that's a really delicious combination. Obviously, these are meant for like whatever size. I just think that this is what I would want to use in my those style of notebooks that I have. So I do not know which ones these are, and it's kind of funny because this doesn't look like something I would buy. But ooh. So you have this combination. So these are hard to describe. So you have like a combination of different mixed media here. So you have like a paint splat, and then there's like this little phone and a little letter, and it looks like that. Then you have, here's like a camera and a map. That's kind of fun. And then here's like an old-fashioned camera in like this really cool like paint scrape kind of shape that actually has writing in it, and then a little book. So I can see, I just don't remember picking these out at all. Like not even a little bit. But I must have. Okay, so this is probably my favorite one. It's like ledger with a little, like a little notepad, like a notepad and a clip and a pen. That's super cute. So here is the last of my ephemera. These are also stickers. So they have ephemera and they have stickers. So the stickers actually look like ephemera. These have all been stickers. So those were all under the sticker category that I've shown you. I don't think I bought any just regular ephemera. Do they have? They do have it. I saw paper ephemera, washi tapes, stickers, planner stamps. So here we go. This is also stickers. These are like postage. So they're like blown up stamps. So they're like larger than a regular postage stamp. So you can see way more detail and color in them. Really yummy. Escape safety matches. Here's like a kind of like a faded, burnt kind of letter. I like how you have really good variety, and then you get 3 of each thing. That kind of minimizes your hoarding. So you got more matches here. I do not know what this collection was. This is, a lot of the language is not English. This also looks like it's Italian. When I got to go to Italy, I didn't see any fun stuff like this, so I find it interesting that China and Japan, they bring so much stuff from other countries into their art and design, but I didn't see this stuff like in Italy stationery stores. Like, this is Italian stuff. Let's see. And then we have these, Rsvp Card. So you get the gist. Like, this is like delicious. This is a fun one. I really like this. It's just a bunch of mail. I mean, how fun. Okay, so we got that going on in here. Okay. I think we are finally past all of the stickers. This is this really neat little book that it's like an album, and I'm trying to find the opening of it. So they had this one book that was meant to be like a sticker album, or what was, not sticker, a stamp. So this is for storing your stamps in. So it's a clear poly plastic cover, like a binder. And then all of the pockets are fused into the spine. So there's no, you can see like here's the middle of it, and then they're kind of fused in there. So you have a lot of stuff. You know, I originally said this is stamps, but I don't see why you couldn't use it for sticker sheets as well. So you can fit one of these 6x4 type sheets of stamps in here. And just imagine all the goodness, all the stamps that would go in here. So I just thought it was worth trying. I'm not sure how fluffy this would get once you start loading it up with stamps, if it would just completely expand. But I thought at the minimum I wanted to try it out. It was not expensive. I think it was under $5. I can't remember exactly what price it was. So to me it was worth trying because it's such a convenient way to store your stamps. I keep mine in a drawer, so it would be kind of, just kind of sit like this. So if I could grab all my stamps at once like that, that would be pretty heavenly. Now, I'm saying all the stamps that I currently have in the RV. Because I know I have stamps at home in my storage, but I have a smaller amount with me. I tried to really scale down my craft supplies, which is why I feel kind of funny. All the stuff I'm about to show you guys is it's a bit ridiculous, the amount of stuff, but I haven't really bought stuff in a long time, and I think that I just, like I said, I think I snapped. I started seeing a lot of new things in the community, and because I hadn't purchased anything new for so long like that, I was like, you know, I've really been crafty. These are things that are getting used. I'm getting to show them, especially now that I am going to be hopping back onto YouTube again. I've missed your faces, guys. And just being more crafty in general. So I've not ever used this type of, this is called washi. I've not ever used this before, this type. So there's like a little thing here. Oh, okay, I get it. So this whole roll is made up of die cut washi pieces. See, and this does kind of feel more like washi to me, so maybe I'm just wrong about the other ones I said felt more like vellum. Maybe this is really that washi, and now I can really identify it because I'm pulling it off. So I've personally never ever, I didn't even know what the die cut washi would be like. Now I get it. So the pieces are just sort of layered around the circle, but when you peel them off, they come off in little pieces like this. That's pretty interesting. So we have like something of a theme here. These all appear to be like little ads or little advertisements, little logos. This New York Aero Peabody, it's like a vintage sewing machine. My camera, I don't even know how do I even hold this one? Like that? I have another one here. This one is, oh, I bought 2 of them. Nice, okay. So I have 2 of those. This is a large format washi. I don't own anything like this. And it has, let me see here. Let me try and peel off the edge. It has a very interesting feel. It feels more like paper than it does washi. You know, washi kind of has that fabric feel. Okay, this is why. So it's kind of like, let's see. Is this supposed to peel up too? I'm confused how this one is working. Okay, so this is a very interesting style. So this is got a sticker back to it. So there's actually 2 layers here, and then it has this kind of paper finish. This doesn't feel like washi at all. It feels like regular paper. Like you could write on that all day long. So the pattern of this one is actually like insects with diagrams, which I thought was really interesting and cool. And like I could totally picture wrapping up a package in like craft paper and then using this to seal the box up. Like I just thought it was really fun and kind of quirky. It's like nature and science. I don't know. I'm sure I will like experiment using it on like a layout and everything when I do one. Using it in an altered book or a junk journal, but I just thought it was very quirky and interesting. It was worth getting. Like I said, their prices are very reasonable. So I don't know, it made me feel a little bit more brave about trying things I might not ordinarily try. I have a weakness for this type of washi that's very mixed media in style. Like it has a lot of different layers and numbers kind of infused into it and text. It's kind of been like pretty much the washi I've been buying lately. And I get asked a lot, where do you get your washi? And I normally say Etsy because that's how I find a lot of it. I just spend a lot of time trolling, for that style of washi. And there's a few stores on there I have found that kind of offer that. But this website was just awesome. It was like the mother lode. And I didn't get that much washi compared to what I've bought on Etsy. So here's another style of the washi that has like the layers of different kind of paper colors, ephemera. It has quotes in it. It has stamping in it. You can see there's like different numbers on there. There's tickets. I just think this type of washi is just so fun. I feel like you get a lot of design for your money because a little bit can go a long way. You just need a bit of it. Depending on the color scheme that you're going for, that's how I use this type of washi, is just, I go by the colors that I mostly see represented. Okay, so here's more of it. So this one's got kind of an orange and blue motif. And this is definitely wider than the average washi roll. This one's like tickets, British Airways. So this is all like a travel theme. There's British Airways, a plane. It's like little, so you can see that little bird stamp was also represented in the sticker collection I showed you guys. There's a little paper clip. There's a photo stamp. There's like buttons. Isn't this just so fun? I just love stuff like this. This would make an amazing washi to use to like bind the edge of a traveler's notebook insert. Like if you were binding it right here, like I have done a lot in my videos, I feel like it would make the perfect binding to wrap around right there. Then I have another one here. This one's got kind of a pink and green. Okay, so again we have, I do not see a particular theme here. It's all kind of like a little mishmash. It's more about the color story for me. There we go. Maybe I'm just not holding it up high enough. So that one is nice too. There's a lot of fun layering in that. Okay, so finally, I want to say that this is the paper ephemera. So it's in a little pack because it's definitely paper. You get 2 sheets of each one, and so this is definitely a mixed media type of compilation. So you could cut that up and use parts of it, pieces of it. Junk journaling. This is the kind of vintage style that I'm not into. I don't like stuff that goes this era. This is not really my style. Oh, and this is a cigarette advertisement, which is kind of funny how the cigarette's actually blurred out. I wonder, pretty sure that was intentional. So I probably will end up ditching those because the reason why I liked this was more for this type of design. I think that's really fun and super easy. Like you just kind of lay that down on the page and you've already got a lot of your work done for you. So this might be something I punch out with my little make paper punch buffet with these pieces and not just use one whole piece of paper. I remember this is what caught my eye was, I think they were kind of showing this page first. So there's like a little newspaper clipping ad and different different little pieces of ephemera all kind of mashed together. So this just feels like something I would use my paper punch buffet with. The paper is a bit, it's sturdy. It kind of reminds me, it's thicker than regular paper. It reminds me of really, really thin cardstock. Like the thinnest cardstock you can get, that's what this reminds me of. Like it feels that substantial to me. So this was my R-Atelier haul, and I'm going to link it below because I think that a lot of people in my community are really, they really like the vintage look. And even if you don't love vintage per se, there's a lot of quirky stamps and stickers that they had that are very fun for layering and adding texture to your pages. Especially if you are doing kind of more artistic kind of writing in your bullet journal, in your Hobonichi, in your traveler's notebook. This is like that kind of fun mixed media layering type of goodness. So here's my wooden stamp collection that I now I now proudly own. This has been a lot of fun. I've never done a like complete unboxing, open something for the first time that I can think of on camera. Maybe back in the day when I did the Carpe Diem, but I feel like even then I kind of saw everything in advance and then I was just opening the box. So this was like, I wanted to share with you the joy of opening a brand new package and not quite knowing what was in it. I do have some more boxes to open, although I'm not sure how many. I don't think I'll be able to get any more of those opened before I go on my trip. So when I come back, I will be doing a live video of my stationery, Japan stationery haul. I'll be doing a live video for that so that we can all ooh and ah over the goodness of that stationery stuff. And I'll be doing that on the 19th. If you are in the Reset Girls Crafty Club, I did post a schedule of all my lives that are coming up, and I'll also be posting that same schedule on the community tab of my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I would absolutely love that so that we can stay in touch. I know that even when you subscribe, you don't necessarily see me in your feed. YouTube is very, they're kind of like more like sneaky like that. Even when you subscribe to people, they show you other videos, not necessarily the ones you subscribe to. This happens to me all the time because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So if you click the bell, that will help you get a notification on your phone that I have uploaded a video. And otherwise, the community tab will have the schedule of when my lives are coming up. I think there's going to be about 6 lives that are scheduled. One of them will be in the Crafty Club, and the rest will be right here on my YouTube channel. So this was a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my little haul, and don't be surprised if you see a bunch more because, like I said, I've been buying many different fun new products like travelers notebooks, Hobonichi stuff. I bought a new pocket printer. So I will be filming a lot of videos when I come back from Japan. And so we'll be able to craft together and hang out together here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching my video, my long, lengthy, chatty video. It's been a pleasure as always. I love your face and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.